in the blue as they win the tip. Darius Ervin tries the quick shot, can't get it to go. And Linkier Prep with the rebound. Try the alley-oop. A little bit too strong for Zach Taylor. Northfield Mount Hermon with it. Moses Noddock with the basketball. Up top to Zach Taylor, tries the three, can't get the shot to go.
Up and down they go.
Yeah. Linkier Prep does not have the, you look at the number-wise in the roster, just don't have the numbers as the Hoggers of Northfield Mount Hermon.
Oh, no, Northfield's always got a hockey team out there.
There's a quick three off the mark. That was Jared Hensley of Linkier, and Northfield takes over.
That's the guy to watch. Jared Hensley, 6'8" lefty, late bloomer, committed to UNCG, where I think he is an absolute steal for Wes Miller. This guy is a high major caliber talent, in my opinion.
There's a left wing three by Zach Taylor. That's off the mark. Offensive rebound taken down by Moses Noddock, and whistling a foul.
That was a man's rebound right there, ripping it down in traffic.
We'll stay Hoggers basketball. A quick three by Taylor, and he knocks it down from the right wing.
Well, he didn't miss his first one by much. That time he splashed it. He's headed to Brown University to play for head coach Mike Martin. About a week out of his commitment.
Hensley back the other side for Linkier. Gives it to Engler, tries the three. Can't get the shot to go. Silverstein with the rebound for Northfield Mount Hermon. On that right side, it's Ervin. Gives it now to Taylor, who's going to step into another three and hit it. Boy, he's not shot to shoot that long-range jumper.
He can shoot the ball, and you know what else? He's got some bounce to match. He's a unique guy.
Top of the key into three. That is off the side of the backboard. Northfield Mount Hermon the rebound. Here's Irving.
Dane Irving is the floor general here. He's probably about 5'6". I think they list him at 5'9", but I'll tell you what,
nice
the college coach who doesn't judge the book by its cover.
Nice job as he goes in and gives his team an 8-0 lead. Linkier Prep looking for its first field goal. Going to work it inside, a foul call, and it's a whistle against Northfield Mount Hermon. So that's going to send Eugene Prout to the free throw line, a Sacramento, California native. Linkier Prep has commits from two from UNC Greensboro, another from Boise State, as the front end is missed. And the Lions hoping that their first first point will come at the free throw line.
Saw Linkier earlier this year. They, like Northfield, they've played a variety of exhibitions. Linkier played in a couple junior college showcases in October. Northfield has actually been to the Bahamas for an exhibition, and then started their season in Toronto.
Lucervec drives in, gives it to Silverstein, can't get the angle. Noddock comes up with it, and a foul called.
He's muscling that ball in.
And then I'll send him to the free throw line, the Louisiana native. Moses Noddock. And he misses. The rebound taken down by Linkier Preps. Pruitt. Here's Engler with the basketball. Cross court to Riley. Gonna try to back his way in. Get some space. Pruitt throws it up 6 feet. Can't get the shot to go. And Irvin clears the rebound.
Nothing going there.
Irving now for Taylor, tries the three. That is short. There's Linkier Prep on the run out.
Like the spacing in transition from Linkier.
Engler hangs in the air and gets it to go, and that's the first field goal.
Yeah, nicely done there.
Team from Branson, Missouri makes it a 7-point game.
Northfield running their trademark two-guard offense. A lot of wrinkles in there, year after year.
Ervin missing the 10-foot jumper. Rebound taken down by McGillis.
Jerron Riley, whose dad is a college coach, former star at Gonzaga. Hasn't quite grown into his body yet, but this kid can play himself.
He's from Santa Barbara. Now Hensley tries a long-range J, can't get the shot to go, and Mount Hermon pulls down the rebound.
First time I saw Hensley play, I thought this kid's like a lefty Adam Morrison. Speaking of Gonzaga.
There's Ervin.
Nice action.
Top of the key, tries the three, can't get the shot to go, and grabs the offensive rebound of Silverstein. And the ball poked away into the hands of Linkier Prep.
Silverstein, a jumbo wing, headed to Harvard.
Riley, burst of energy, try to get to the hole and gets fouled. Yeah, a lot of Ivy League recruits, as you mentioned.
That year after year, that is their trademark. I already have two guys committed to the Ivy League, and Zach Taylor, who's headed to Brown, and Sam Silverstein to Harvard. Garrett Kirk, another senior, he's headed to the NESCAC, a prestigious academic league in the Division III ranks. They'll go to Trinity College. So 3 guys committed on this NMH roster.
There's a three-pointer en route, a little bit off the mark. Ervin there, and the rebound cleans up underneath. The Hoggers come away with points to make it 12-3.
Yeah, great play there by Silverstein. Rebound that ball out of his radius, made the extra pass.
There's Riley. Gets it off to Hensley. Right side three, nothing but nylon. A.J. McGinnis cashing in. The UC Greensboro bound product.
Yeah, he and Hensley both are headed to UNCG. And McGinnis, I tell you what, that's what he does. He's a shot maker. He's got those long arms as his body continues to fill out. He's got a lot of untapped upside here. I think he's going to be a good player for Wes Miller as well.
Riley pokes the ball away as Linkier Prep comes away with a steal. They're out of Branson, Missouri. Now Riley. Dribble. Hand it off to Engler. Try to get it to McGinnis. The ball poked out of bounds. Good defense. It'll stay Linkier Prep ball.
Luka Lukevich from Germany. Very active for NMH so far. Terrific fit for their system because he's a high IQ player with good size at 6'8" in the front court.
Riley with the basketball. Off to Hensley. Now McGinnis pulls up with a shot clock winding down and nails the jumper at the free throw line and make it a 12-8 game.
Yeah, when he's got that complementing pull-up to match. He's a guy who's typically more comfortable catching and shooting in rhythm, but adds that pull-up game. He's got a bright future.
It was 8-0. It's now 12-8 as Linkier Prep has responded.
Game of runs.
Yeah. That's what we've seen so far today as we approach the 13-minute mark here in half number 1. Appreciate you tuning in. Jeff Dooley, Adam Finkelstein. Tons of basketball talent here in the Elm City this weekend in New Haven. The
Good
National
take.
Prep Showcase. There you see another field goal. Make it 14-8.
Ripped through, went hard to that left-hand side. Nice move there from Silverstein.
Jason Riley with the basketball.
This is Trey Hall. Trey Hall is from Connecticut. He went out to Missouri to do his post-grad year, so this is a homecoming for him. That's 24 in the black.
Ervin looking back to his head coach, John Carroll, for the play.
Well, there's going to be a play call. I promise you that.
Vucevic. There's Silverstein. Now Taylor about to push off an offensive foul call. Then Linkier Prep will get it back on 0.
And for the illegal screen off the ball. This is also, you know, Northfield, we talked about how they've been a staple of prep school basketball, not just in New England, but nationally as well. This is as much of a post-grad heavy roster as they've had in a long time. They really prefer to get their guys in early, have kids who have multiple years in the program to build up the continuity within their system, because it is a more sophisticated system than you see at most schools.
McGinnis can't get the shot to go, goes out of bounds, and Northfield Mount Hermon will take over.
But Lukevich, Taylor, Silverstein,
Kickball called on Jared Hensley, yeah.
and Nodak are all post-grads.
Moving with the basketball. Gets it to McCarty. Now Taylor tries to turn the corner. Gets it to his teammate Vucevic, and he drives in and gets fouled.
Well, good job by Linkier there defending that action. Northfield was running it crisply, and Linkier was there on every pass and cut.
Inbounds quick to Taylor, and another offensive foul called on NMNH. So Linkier Prep will take over.
Play call there from Adam Danius.
Linkier Prep trying to respond. Riley. And try a long two and get it to go.
Yeah, as I said, he can play. He's got a great instinct for the game, too, and he's left-handed. So you get him coming off those screens to his dominant left side. He's capable of making plays like that.
And traveling call back the other side as Linkier Prep comes up with a defensive stop.
Well, Ervin looked frustrated there, and I think the reason being is you know, he's the one who looks bad on that turnover, but I don't think that was necessarily his fault. I think they were running a certain action, and somebody else was in the wrong spot. Going to bring Avery Brown off the bench. Also a homecoming for him nearby Beacon Falls, Connecticut.
Riley goes around that high ball screen. Gets it to Hensley. Pulls up for a long two. Front rim, no. Northfield Mount Hermon, the rebound.
See that high release, though?
Yeah.
He's going to be able to get that shot off whenever he wants. He's got to figure out ways to get some easier points right now. He's having to work hard for everything. Every shot he's taken is a tough one, but he's a tremendous talent.
That's a great point. They have really contested just about everything he's thrown up.
That's their basic two-guard action right there.
Koa McCardle gives it off to Erwin and nails the three.
Yeah, finally gets one to go.
Lead goes to 7 for Northfield Mount Hermon. 17-10.
Here comes Riley.
It's it Pruitt, who can't get the shot to go at the side of the backboard. And Northfield Mount Hermon coming back in transition, and Silverstein kisses it off the glass and in.
Well, what Pruitt's going to learn as he goes on in the game is when you're open coming off that baseline cut, you stop and post big right under the basket. You don't keep, I mean, he turned what could have been a potential layup into about an 8-foot fadeaway. And all he's got to do is stop and post big right with his head under the rim.
Riley with the basketball. Gets it out of Pruitt, working inside, and foul call, and it's against Northfield Mount Hermon. And some changes now for the Lions. So it'll be an inbounding situation for Linkier Prep with 10:35 to go, and their team trailing by 9. Warner with a shot, can't get it to go. And on top of the key three is nothing but nylon. Nicely done to make it 19-13.
Pretty shot stepping into that one.
Warner getting it to fall down the other side. Northfield Mount Hermon tries to respond by going to the rack and a foul called.
Well, that's what Brown does on a team that can be very system-oriented. He's a guy who's got more instinctive playmaking ability. So if when the system or the play breaks down, you can give it to him. Look for him to create some offense of his own.
So he goes to the free throw line. Avery Brown, as you mentioned, from Beacon Falls, makes the first. Sure, he's got some friends and family here tonight.
No doubt about it. Started his high school career at Fairfield Prep, about 25 minutes down the road.
Second one is good. Knocks down both to make it 21-13. Linkier Prep with the basketball. So Williams controlling the dribble and call an offensive foul. So Northfield Mount Hermon, the Hoggers get it back.
Ben Callahan Gold checking into the game. This is his, I believe, first appearance this year. He was the hero of last year's NEPSAC championship game.
Okay.
Caught fire from behind the three-point line, but has been struggling with injuries so far this season. He's going to get a look right here.
Brown left side for a three, and there you have it. Nails it.
And you
Callahan
see the
Gold.
smile. He said, "I'm fine, just splashing shots."
New York native. Missed three that time by Trey Hall. Northfield Mount Hermon, the rebound. Underneath, it goes to McCardle, and he cashes in. The Pittsfield, Massachusetts native. That will force Linkier Prep into a timeout.
Nice job running the floor that time from McCardle, using his body, finishing inside.
Timeout on the floor will take it. 9:21 to go. Northfield Mount Hermon leading. Linkier Prep 26-13. Back in New Haven, Curtis Magnus College for the National Prep Showcase. Jeff Dooley, Adam Finkelstein. Good to have you along. It is Northfield Mount Hermon out of Northfield, Massachusetts against Linkier Prep from Branson, Missouri. And Northfield Mount Hermon out to the 26-13 edge. Top of the key three, though, knocked home. Linkier Prep cashing in.
Good action out of the timeout. Call that an ATO, special situation. Coming out of a huddle.
Top of the key, three-pointers are off the mark, and Darius Ervin pulls down the rebound.
Jack Malloy, number 10 in the Carolina Blue, another guy who has been limited by injury so far this season, making his debut.
Handoff. Brown trying to turn the corner.
Yeah, good defense there by Williams. Really got into Brown's back pocket and chased him right over that screen.
Cardinal with the basketball. Off to Ervin. Brown, the shot clock will expire. Wow, terrific defense for the Lions.
It was. Yep, couple bobbled balls from Northfield, but a lot of that was due to the pressure that Linkier put on him.
There's Hensley.
Hensley's got to drive that ball. He's got a mismatch with McCardle. McCardle does not have the foot speed to stay with him. He's got to look to be a little bit more aggressive.
Williams gives it a haul and tries the three, but that misses short. Ball goes out of bounds, and Northfield Mount Hermon takes over.
Yeah, Trey Hall need to make the extra pass there. You can understand, you know, homecoming, hasn't been home in a few months, wants to play well in front of the local fans. You can understand why he wants to have a good showing here.
Cardinal with the basketball.
Good read by Callahan Gold, stopping right behind that
screen. Wow, how about that top of the key three from Ben Callahan Gold?
This just in, he can shoot it.
Yeah, he's been a nice impact. You see him clapping his hands. He's pretty excited.
But he's been limited all fall. I mean, not just since the season started a couple weeks ago. I mean, this is a guy who did not travel to the Bahamas with his team because he was home rehabbing, and was even limited in fall open gyms.
Now, if he gets healthy, does he have a chance to play? There's some schools that may look at him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he had a pair of Division I offers on the table coming out of the summer from Bryant, Mount St. Mary's. I think he's a guy, though, who could certainly play his way into additional opportunities as the season goes on, though.
7:16 to go, half number one. Northfield Mount Hermon has controlled much of this first half. Link trying to throw a punch here, though.
Yeah,
driving inside, they're going to call the offensive foul.
As soon as your arm goes back like that, whether you really push off or not, you're going to get called.
Jack Malloy gets it to Darius Ervin. Ervin pulls up for the free throw line and scores.
Great speed, stopped on a dime for a soft pull-up. Nicely done by Ervin.
He's had a very nice first half. Kind of a quick three by Lincoln Year Prep off the mark.
You got numbers.
Ervin back the other side. This time he drives to the hole, puts it up to the left hand. Can't get the shot to go. On top of the key, a three by Callahan Gold. That is no good. Rebound taken down by Brown.
It's a really good possession by Jack Malloy. It's not going to show up in the stat sheet. He was ahead of the ball. He really understood spacing. He circled around the rim. He kept two balls alive. Really good sequence there.
Cardle.
Yeah, got called for the moving screen, but up until that point. And it was a good idea, too. He just a little overzealous with it.
So 6:24 to go now, and Linkia Prep will try to dig into the deficit. There's Hensley. Right side of Hall.
That's another matchup that Hall could take advantage of by attacking off the dribble.
Now Riley works it inside of the cutting Pruitt. Leans in and scores.
Yeah, good move that time, going right into the contact. Basic drop step move.
On top of the key, Avery Brown nails the triple. For Northfield Mount Hermon, the Hoggers, the 6'2" guard from Beacon Falls cashing in. 34-18 as we approach the 5-minute mark here of the half.
And he's a guy who's really made strides with his stroke. You know,
he's John Carroll, head coach for Northfield Mount Hermon.
About as lively as he gets.
Now going to the free throw line. Dejuan Pruitt. Out of Sacramento. I mean, they were from all over the country to play here today and tomorrow.
All over the world, I would even argue.
You're right. Some international players as well.
I mean, this Northfield roster we talked about in the last game, Northfield roster has guys from Turkey, Germany, and Canada.
There's
Look
a
out.
steal. There's McGinnis. He misses. Let's see if it'll cost him. Left wing three. No good, and the rebound taken down by Linkia Prep. Terry Williams. Now Hensley.
Got to get Hensley a bucket. Get him something going to the rim. Try and get him going a little bit.
There's Pruitt. A step back from 16, and he gets hacked in the act.
That's a bad shot and a bailout foul there by a sophomore, Luke Hunger, who doesn't know any better yet. And he's being educated on that right at the moment.
And that will send Pruitt to the free throw line. (34-18) the score. And the free throw is up and good.
Got a good little touch. I mean, he's a bit of an undersized big man, but he's got pretty good length, strong body, and solid touch out to about 16 feet.
Yeah, makes the free throws here to pull his team back within 14. We get to the 5-minute mark here of the first half. Then Callahan Golds off to Hunger. Now Irving. Irving gives to Malloy, who drives in, can't get the shot to go, grabs the offensive rebound, grabs it again, and then gets fouled.
Yeah, continuing, he's done a nice job here, making second effort plays. And again, this is a guy like Callahan Gold, who playing in his first game of the year right now, didn't travel to the Bahamas, did not play in Canada. So can't be expected to be in a great offensive rhythm, but to his credit, he's out here playing hard, working for extra possessions, fighting for loose balls.
Jack Malloy going to the free throw line. Halfway home, and it popped out. Linkier Prep with a rebound. There's Jerron Riley. Off to Engler. Oh, wow, nice pass inside of the cutting Hensley.
He's just struggling right now.
Yeah, I couldn't get the angle, I guess. Back the other side, Avery Brown. He goes up with a shot and gets fouled.
A little bit of a frustration foul there, swiping down on the ball from Pruitt.
And Malloy will be sent to the free throw line again. Brunswick, Connecticut product. And goes at 6'7", class of 2021.
Another high academic guy. He's got recruitment across the Ivy League. Ton of forwards, ton of front court guys here. Vucevic. Like this lineup, though, you've essentially got no true bigs, but 3 forwards on the floor with Lukevich, Callahan, Gold, and Malloy.
Free throw goes out of bounds, and Linkier Prep will take over. Down by 15. Riley with the basketball. Santa Barbara native. Gets it off to McGinnis, who fires a 3 and gets it to go. He is UNC Greensboro bound, and he knocks down the triple.
You wouldn't know that he's considered to be the lesser of the 2 guys going to UNCG. He looks great here.
He does.
Today. He's got a high ceiling because he combines that athleticism with the shot-making ability. Pretty.
Brown now for Ervin, knocks home the long jumper just outside the right elbow.
Great play by Avery Brown. It was a beautiful shot from Darius Ervin, but terrific wraparound pass from Brown.
Hensley hangs in the air, can get the angle.
Yeah,
he's having a tough first half.
Yeah. Now.
On the other side, they try the reverse, and Malloy can't cash in, and then a foul on the rebound.
Loved Lukevich's energy here today. He's provided. He's known for his IQ, but his enthusiasm has been infectious here. You see him tracking down that 50-50 ball.
So he is at the free throw line.
You know, he's got his stroke is not ultra fluid, but he shoots a high percentage.
Seems know what he's doing out there. Goes at 6'8" from Berlin, Germany. Lukovic will get a second one as he'll try to get his team an extra point here, and does so to make it 39-23. There's Riley. Back to the side for Linkier Prep. Linkier Prep, I should say. McGinnis turns the corner, gets him space, pulls up a long 2, rolls around, hit every bit of the orange circle, but pops out. Rebound cleared by Ervin.
Tough shot there, created a lot of space. Not the guy to leave open.
And you know what? He was calling for the basketball. He was hollering, "Get me the ball, I'm open."
Yeah, and he's what you call an A-level shooter, the type of guy you have to identify in transition. Cannot allow him to step into any shots.
Callahan Gold makes it 42-23. Driving in, Riley can't get the angle.
Yeah, Linkier's just a little rattled right now.
Just over 2 minutes to go and a 19-point edge.
Thought about shooting that one.
He did. Why not? Ruddy hasn't missed. Vukovic leans in and scores.
Northfield getting whatever they want right at the moment.
Biggest lead of the game now, 44-23. I think a 21-point lead is the biggest we've seen of all the games today. Second one.
Especially in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, exactly.
And again, this is a team that when they were in the Bahamas, for those, they labeled them exhibition games, they went 0-3. So
Wow.
they've already faced their fair share of adversity. I can't remember the last time Northfield lost 3 straight games. I don't think it's happened in years. So this is a team that, between the injuries and those early exhibition losses, has already had to overcome some adversity in this young season.
Darius Ervin can get the shot to go, and Linkier comes away with the basketball now with just under 2 minutes to play here in the half. There's Engler. Gets it to Hensley.
Just can't
Misses
buy one
again.
right
Yeah,
now,
he's struggling. On the home run pass,
run
and the cutting Malloy finishes underneath the layup.
All Northfield right at the moment. Really getting a boost from having these two guys back in the lineup.
Hensley misses the 3 from the top of the key, and Northfield Mount Hermon with the rebound. We'll see if they work some of the clock here with 1:14 to go. And they're going to call offensive foul. 1:13 to go. (46-23). 1:09 to go, and shot blocked away.
Look at the speed here.
Ervin comes up with it.
Good extra pass.
Got it to Brown.
That was the right play, though.
Yeah, travels with the basketball, but
made the extra pass, got a long closeout to attack. He put it on the floor just as he should. His feet just shuffled as he was starting that drive.
pass ahead to Terry Williams. And Riley. Driving in is A.J. McGinnis.
And
gets fouled.
That's the type of play that I haven't seen a lot from of McGinnis. And if he adds that, look out. Because we know he can shoot it. We've seen the pull-up. He starts making slashes to the rim, and now he's scoring at all 3 levels. And that's when you can do that, defenders have to be really careful about how they close out on you. It opens up so many different options in your game. When you're a shooter, you've got to be able to punish defenders for running you off the arc.
A.J. McGinnis at the line makes the first to make it 46-24. Just under a minute to play here in the half. And Ben Callahan will take a seat. Boy, he was very much a spark when he came off the bench
it's like
into
Paul
the game.
George, you know, first game back from injury.
Yes.
I only need a few points to get. I only need a few minutes to get 20.
Coach John Carroll's got to be happy with his first half effort and result. Hand off to Zach Brown, been on the bench for a while. He is heading to Brown University in Providence. Tries to bounce it to Reese Clark, and the ball tipped out of bounds, and Linkier Prep will take over. Now with 30 seconds to play in the half. There's A.J. McGinnis.
Chance to hold for one here.
Gives it now to Jerron Riley with a shot clock off. 16 seconds to play.
Wants a ball screen.
There's Riley. Ends it off to McGinnis. He's going to spot it from long range, a little bit too strong, and the rebound grabbed by Taylor. Taylor throws it for a quick 3 by Clark, who misses. And that will get us to halftime. But, boy, Northfield Mount Hermon, the Hoggers, really controlling the first 20 minutes at him.
They certainly did. It was as complete a performance as they've had so far this year. Really benefited from some of those early season tests, benefiting from getting those guys back in the lineup, Malloy and Callahan Gold, and they look great in the opening 20 minutes. At
halftime, Northfield Mount Hermon, the Hoggers lead Linkier Prep from Branson, Missouri, 46-25. We'll be back to New Haven after this. You're watching
Drone Racing League pilot Wild Willie is testing his skills on the scariest course imaginable. his mom's house. Fortunately, he's using panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox, because even a 1-second delay could mean trouble for everyone. Wall-to-wall fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox. Wi-Fi at the speed of flight.
Okay, honey, let's go!
Oh, wait, my mat.
Oh my god, we're gonna be late!
It'll just take 2 seconds.
Have you seen my wallet?
Is it in your pocket?
I don't have pockets in these leggings, Lindsay.
Do you need it? You know they don't let us in the class even if we are 1 minute late.
It's here! It's in my bag! Everyone, calm down!
Okay.
The coffee pot. Did we turn it off?
Oh, God, should we check? We should check! Good thing we checked. All the lights, I left the lights on in the office. I know I did.
Oh, we don't have time! You have literally 2 seconds!
Let's go!
We forgot to lock the door!
Oh, we're never gonna make it to hot yoga! You ready to get your down dog on?
You know it, babe. Let's lock up.
Turn off the lights. Turn off the coffee pot. Turn off the TV.
Ready for some Ashley B?
Ah, you know it.
And we're all locked up.
But, hey, look at that. We're like 15 minutes early.
Enough time to catch a movie.
Oh, very funny. Let's just take the scenic way.
That sounds lovely.
The right connection can open a world of curiosity for your child. With Cox, families that have a K-12 student and receive government assistance could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. That means more learning and more achieving. Qualify now. It's time to connect with Cox.
Drone Racing League pilot Wild Willie is testing his skills on the scariest course imaginable. His mom's house. Fortunately, he's using panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox, because even a 1-second delay could mean trouble for everyone. Wall-to-wall fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox. Wi-Fi at the speed of flight.
Okay, honey, let's go!
Oh, wait, my mat.
Oh my god, we're gonna be late!
It'll just take 2 seconds.
Have you seen my wallet?
Is it in your pocket?
I don't have pockets in these leggings, Lindsay.
Do you need it? You know they don't let us in the class even if we are 1 minute late.
It's here! It's in my bag! Everyone, calm down!
Okay.
The coffee pot. Did we turn it off?
Oh, God, should we check? We should check! Good thing we checked. All the lights, lights. I left the lights on in the office. I know I did.
Oh, we don't have time. You have literally 2 seconds.
Let's go!
We forgot to lock the door!
Oh, we're never gonna make it to hot yoga! You ready to get your down dog on?
You know it, babe. Let's lock up.
Turn off the lights. Turn off the coffee pot. Turn off the TV.
Ready for some Ashley B?
Oh, you know it.
And we're all locked up.
But, hey, look at that. We're like 15 minutes early.
Enough time to catch a movie.
Oh, very funny. Let's just take the scenic way.
That sounds lovely.
The right connection can open a world of curiosity for your child. With Cox, families that have a K-12 student and receive government assistance could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. That means more learning and more achieving. Qualify now. It's time to connect with Cox.
I'm back in New Haven. Jeff Dooley, Adam Finkelstein, Mount Hermon. I should say Northfield Mount Hermon. The Hoggers led by as many as 23. They led at 46-25 at the half against Lincoln Year Prep out of Branson, Missouri. And your thoughts on the opening 20 minutes?
You know, I think everything was going right for Northfield Mount Hermon. They were executing their offense to perfection. Link here just really struggled to find a rhythm here. I think you're going to see a different second half from this Link Year team. They're better than they showed in that opening 20 minutes. Just got a little flustered after things weren't going their way early and allowed Northfield to gain some separation.
Darius Ervin, you see in the replay, the highlight three, but I thought they did a terrific job working the ball inside and out.
Yeah, Northfield's offense is so intricate and so sophisticated, and they are ahead of schedule this time of the year because they've been playing for a few weeks. Normally, this is usually their first game of the year, but because they made that exhibition trip to the Bahamas and then they went to Toronto last weekend, they're really operating their offense at a midseason level. And then you see Jack Malloy there. Having him and Ben Callahan gold back has clearly given these guys a boost of momentum.
So we're set for second half action. That is Link Year Prep, Branson, Missouri, with the basketball to start. They're in the black unis. And in Carolina blue, it's Northfield Mount Hermon, the Hoggers of Northfield, Massachusetts. And driving in, the shot swatted away. Nice play by Jake Tariff. Now Ervin comes up with it. Now leaves it for the cutting Nadak, who flushes.
Lukakevich had great energy all night long.
48-25. 30 seconds in to half number two. Hensley's going to try a three. Had a tough first half offensive rebound by Pruitt. Puts it up and in.
Yeah, Pruitt content to do the dirty work down there. Those broad shoulders, cut up frame. And I think Hensley, you know, when I saw Hensley, that's pretty.
Yeah, nice move as Taylor drives in. He's heading to Brown. He scores easily.
When I saw Hensley in October, he looked like a high major caliber talent. He's got that kind of ability, but he's settled for tough shots all night long. There's shots he can make, but when you're not shooting the ball as well as normal, you've got to find easier ways to score, whether it's getting the free throw line, finding some layups, taking guys inside on the post, and he hasn't done any of that yet, so he struggled.
There's Nadak from Louisiana with a basket back the other side to make it 52-29. Hoggers with the lead. Now Hensley tries the three, can't get the shot to go. Engel the offensive rebound. He unloads from downtown, no good. A rebound again. Grabbed by Link Year Prep and a foul.
He's lucky he didn't get a more than a warning there.
Yeah, they're going to talk to him for a little bit. John Pruitt from Sacramento.
Yeah, I didn't mean Pruitt, quite frankly. I meant Moses Nadodak. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
You're just being kind. Nodoc.
Nodoc.
Nodoc?
Nodoc, yeah, that's what I would go.
That's what we're going with.
Mm-hmm.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's it. That works. Set to inbound. It's Pruitt. Now the offense. Darius Ervin with the basketball. Leaves it for Nodoc. Lucevic. Now Taylor. Silverstein gets the feed, tiptoes along the baseline, and then turns it over.
Well, Silverstein's unique among the Northfield forwards because while most of these guys are catch-and-shoot specialists, especially Callahan Gold, Silverstein would prefer to put the ball on the floor. So he's a guy that you want to close out a little softer on, make him make a jumper, especially when he's on the move coming off a screen like that.
John Carroll, though, he's got a bunch of guys in his roster, doesn't he?
Always does. But again, it's the fact that he brings them in so early, so the guys who are freshmen and sophomores don't really need to play right away. They can learn by being around the program and then work their way into bigger roles. He's got a former player next to his side there. That's Spike Albrecht, his assistant who played at Michigan for John Beilein. He's in a Final Four.
Zach Taylor. Active Fenn now for the Hoggers with Linkier Prep with the basketball down 52-29. Kind of loses the handle out of bounds. And Jordan Riley says, my bad.
Yeah, good hands that time from Nodoc.
Lukovic gets it off to Ervin. And a Taylor. Good rotation over to Silverstein. Now Taylor, before he could take the three, they call the offensive foul, and it's a shame for Northfield Mount Hermon because he nailed the triple. Won't count, though.
Well, and again, this is in the college game, moving screens off the ball are a point of emphasis. And so being stationary is something that these guys are really going to have to work on.
23-point lead equals the largest of the game for Northfield Mount Hermon. There's Riley. Off to Pruitt, and a foul called on Northfield Mount Hermon. It'll be an inbounding situation. Dylan Cavs from Los Angeles fires it into Pruitt and gets the angle and scores.
Yeah, McCardle just came in the game. Pruitt picked on him right off the bat. Second time, just a basic drop step.
There's Irving. Taylor. Silverstein. The ball muscles away by Pruitt. Here's Pruitt going to go in, loses the handle, but comes up with the basketball to keep it alive for the Lions. Hensley. McGinnis tried that three, couldn't get it to go, and Northfield Mount Hermon with a rebound.
Darius Ervin going to steady the ship here.
Cardle has the ball stolen away. Nicely done by Riley.
Well, you can see what's happened now. Linkier starting to pick up on some of Northfield's actions, reading the plays. Remains to be seen if Northfield has any counters to their actions this early in the season.
What a job by Riley.
Yeah.
Missing the shot. He stays with the play, gets the ball back in the steal, takes it to the rack, and gets fouled.
No, he's very savvy. I mean, he's got a high basketball IQ, quick instincts on the court. He's a skilled lefty as that body starts to catch up with his skill set and his mind for the game. Just going to go to another level.
We'll keep it here during this 30-second timeout. Northfield Mount Hermon leading Linkier Prep 52-31. And there's a look at Coach Danius. Brought his team all the way from Branson, Missouri. Participate this weekend.
Beautiful out there, I hear.
I heard that too. Never been, but I did hear it's nice.
I'm going. I told him one day I'm going to Linkier Prep sooner rather than later.
Get out there and check out their talent. Final instructions for Northfield Mount Hermon. Coach John Carroll. As Jerron Riley go to the free throw line. Riley, 6'1" guard out of Santa Barbara. And he makes the first. You just tell the way he shoots free throws that he's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, you can tell he just.
You mentioned the basketball IQ too. I think fundamentally he brings so much to the table.
Carries himself like a player.
Man, shows what I know. He missed the second.
Nah, that's just the broadcaster
Yeah,
jinx.
that's
Nothing
right.
more than that.
That's all. 52-32 the score. There's a steal. Again, he gets it done. All the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Well, he has taken it to the next level defensively, though.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's very pesky defensively. He's got great hands.
Ervin. Gets it off to Taylor, back to Ervin. Cardle. 10 to go in the shot clock. Ervin at the free throw line. Throws it for Lukovic. 2 to go in the shot clock. Brown drives in, puts it up with the shot clock winding down. Can't get it to go. Link Prep, terrific defense.
Their defense has gone to another level here to start this second half. They've done it with arguably their two biggest offensive threats on the bench, too. Hensley and Trey Hall, typically two of their best scorers, both sitting down right now.
Interesting how that works sometimes. Sometimes you just get a mismatch. You get guys that kind of work well together. And nothing against the two guys that you mentioned that are scoring, but it's not the first time that we've seen something like that.
Yeah, you're searching for answers every given night. Obviously, things weren't clicking in the first half for either one of those guys. I think both of them were really putting some pressure on themselves to make things happen.
Cardle had the basketball, and he gets fouled. Whistle against.
Comes Trey Hall coming back into the game.
Engel will take a seat. Jesse Williams also checking in. That's number 11 for Linkia Prep. Goes to the basketball. There's Brown. Flips it to Ervin. Ervin goes around that high ball screen. Now pulls up for a long 2-0, but not. Boy, he's got a sweet-looking shot.
Yeah, tough shot, too. Had a hand in his face. Drilled it nonetheless.
He's been one of the best players on the floor here in this game.
That's not uncommon for Northfield.
Trey Hall drives in and gets fouled. Kid from Willimantic.
Sure, he's got friends and family here tonight. I thought it showed great maturity on his part to have a willingness to go out to Missouri, get a fresh start.
What's his deal? Is he being looked at?
Yeah, no, he's got offers. I think as high as the Atlantic 10. He's been a high-profile guy since he first arrived in high school. He began his career at East Catholic High School, played for Luke Riley. Then he went to New Hampton School up in New Hampshire. And I think for him, this was just an opportunity to start fresh, go to a place where he's been able to get himself in the best shape of his life, been able to focus exclusively on two things, basketball and school.
Right.
And as a result, as I said, I think he looks pretty lean right now. He's going to end up putting on some more muscle, but he's got mid-major offers on the table. He's got higher-level schools sniffing around. And, again, he's just hasn't been in a rhythm yet here tonight.
Ervin had the basketball, split two defenders, and then get fouled. Stops the clock with 14 minutes to go. Northfield Mount Hermon leading 54-36. Darius Ervin set to inbound. Does so, gets to McCardle. Back to Ervin. Ervin drives in, initiates the contact, gets fouled again. That time, Jesse Williams got him with a reach in. Brown into Ervin. Ervin sliding right, throws it for Brown. Tries a long two, can't get the shot to go. And rebound taken down by Trey Hall. There's Hall driving in, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, just playing bully ball there. Saw the smaller Ervin in front of him. Northfield's got some foul troubles here. That's their 6th team foul already. We're only 6.5 minutes into this half.
There's Riley, left side Williams. Williams pulls up in traffic and scores.
Yeah, tough shot that time. Navigated space, little in and out dribble.
54-38 as he tries to fire up his teammate.
Yeah, they're chipping away. Northfield doesn't have anywhere near the same offensive flow here in the second as they did in the first.
Vukovic leaves it now for Ervin, who nails the 3. And he's a guy, when he's on the floor, he just makes his team better.
He does, and I think, you know, as we said, it's going to take a college coach with the courage to take someone who's that undersized, but this guy can play, and he's proven it year in and year out.
Yep.
And it's not as if this kid's putting up points at like the local high school against, you know, 5'8" guys. I mean, this is the best prep league in the country, and it's not his first year here. He's been here since an underclassman. He played big minutes last year, and he's always produced.
What are they thinking he could end up?
I think they're waiting to see if a Division I school is going to pull the trigger. Like I said, it takes guts with a guy that size. You know, you've got to have a coach who doesn't care what other people think and not going to judge a book by its cover and really going to evaluate him thoroughly and say, okay, he's undersized, but how does that impact his game? Is he a liability defensively? Is he not able to get his shot off? I don't think any of those things are true.
Callahan goal, misses the 3. A rebound, McCardle, and he leans in and scores.
Nice find along the baseline there, but Linkier coming right back at them.
Desi Williams got shaken up on the play, so they'll blow the whistle to stop the action. Get him
a lane to the basket. I'd be upset if I were them.
Yeah, take the points, right?
Yeah.
Then call the timeout.
Then fall down.
Yeah. Right with the ball now.
Hensley back in the game as well, so see if these guys can get it going a little bit. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, it is. Just inside the free throw line.
And he can get that shot anytime. That's a shot he makes most times. But again, when you're trying to get a guy going, I think you got to get him something easy.
And he's kind of a tough afternoon today.
Yeah.
Clock stops at 12:03 to go.
And even though he's already committed, I think this is a guy who still came out here wanting to prove something, wanting to show he was under the radar, that he's going to.
A nice block that time. He extends the arms, this Hensley.
Well, he's got those long arms.
Northfield Mount Hermon, though, comes up with it. Wow, what a move. Streaking in, Brown, he scores.
Well, it was a great finish, the up and under, but an even better cut led to it. Riley got away with the travel there.
Now another steal. Brown went after that one, and they call a foul at midcourt. Or backcourt.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Yep. And it's going to be a 1-and-1. And here's another look at him.
Pretty cut, great pass, and a big-time finish.
Good body control.
Yeah,
hang
absolutely.
in the air and get that shot off the window and in. For Avery Brown from Beacon Falls. McGinnis at the line, and
Linkier's picking up here.
Yep. Cardinal with the basketball underneath, leaves it for Vukovic, who scores. And Trey Hall.
It's not a good shot.
No.
The ball's sticking. You got no momentum to step into the ball.
There's Brown, the ball poked away by McGinnis. Linkier Prep comes up with it.
Extra pass. Yep.
Yeah, Williams gets called for traveling.
Another guy trying to do too much. Quick next pass into the short corner. You got Hall for a one-bounce finish.
Just have to recognize that, right? As a
yeah, and I think, that comes with experience. It's hard to know whether it's a lack of experience or a lack of unselfishness. Probably a little bit of both. I think it's the younger you are, the more you're focused on scoring as opposed to moving the ball, just making the right basketball play.
And a turnover for Northfield Mount Hermon. And Linkia Prep will take over, 63-39. Northfield Mount Hermon has controls. Driving in as Hall couldn't get the angle. Has the shot rejected, and Tigers come up with it. Ervin now controlling the offense. Lucevic off to McCardle.
Pretty.
Oh, gets the feed inside. Just couldn't finish underneath.
I think he was more open than he realized. He rushed that finish.
He did rush
more
it.
than he had to.
Hensley's going to step into a three. That's off the mark, and rebound up for grabs, and Mount Hermon's going to come up with it, but he was backcourt violation. John Carroll can't believe it.
I didn't think there was a foul. Do you think there was a foul?
No. So, Linkia Prep, I thought it was a good no call.
Yeah, me too.
Jesse Williams has it now.
Yikes.
Inside Hall tries the three. Misses again. Offensive rebound kept alive, though, for the Lions. And into the hands it goes of the Hoggers. Ervin, spot up from three. That's going to rim out. Trey Hall takes down the rebound as we go inside 10 minutes to play. Williams for Williams. It's Terry Williams for Desi Williams, who tries the trifecta, no good. Pruitt the rebound, puts it up and gets fouled.
You know, where Linkia has struggled the last couple possessions is with the shot selection. Just taking some really tough looks. And it's not the way to get back in the game. You can't swing for the fences here. You got to get base hits and gradually chip away.
Listen to you talking some baseball.
I'm just trying to speak your language, Doles.
I get you.
What is it, yard goats?
Yard
what is it?
Goats, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I've heard. Pruitt makes the first free throw. 63-40 the score. 6'7" center makes the second as well.
He's been good today.
He has. He's had a nice game.
A 1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure here from Linkia. And this is where, okay, so if I'm evaluating Darius Ervin, this is where I'm saying, okay, how does his lack of size, is he limited by his size against pressure? They've got a 6'8" Hensley atop of the press. Does it limit him?
Well,
and I'm watching that really thoroughly.
Yeah, I mean, he's moving right through these guys, it appears. Right wing three by Lucevic off the mark. Offensive rebound taken down by Silverstein. He can't get the angle. It's cleared by Linkia Prep. Running the break as Williams throws it up in, but they're going to call the offensive foul. So the charge call it. Good job by Darius Ervin to take the brunt of the hit and the contact.
And he took the contact, too. You can see the deep exhale there.
Inside 10 minutes to go now. As Jared Hensley will take a seat, the Kansas native.
They're going to love him in North Carolina. I don't care if he's 0 for 30 right now. He is going to be a heck of a player for UNCG.
Trey Hall going to the free throw line. The Willimantic kid. I should say Northfield Mount Hermon ball.
Wow. What burst.
Yeah. Brown accelerated quickly.
And you know what? It was the body control, too, to be able to contort his frame to split those defenders.
There's Williams. Leaves it for Hall, and leads in and scores.
Well, and that's the kind of play, you know, that he and Hensley have needed just to see if that can open up the flood doors a little bit.
As you mentioned, an easy basket finally, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes from, you know, making plays for your teammates.
Silverstein nails the triple from the top of the key. Makes it 68-43. Now Hall will try to respond.
Bad shot.
Can't get the shot to go. Pruitt the offensive rebound. Engler spinning his way in, throws into traffic. It's ripped off by Brown. Brown thought about taking to the hole. Instead, he'll back up.
Good decision. But Avery Brown's had a heck of a game.
He has.
You know, just playing in the flow, making good decisions, picking his spots to show that dynamic athleticism.
Darius Ervin, he's the guy that really controls the tempo, though, doesn't he? When he moves up and down. I mean, again, just 5'8", but he kind of gets them into their stuff quickly.
Oh, he does. He's the general out there.
Avery Brown will inbound for Northfield Mount Hermon. And Ervin pulls up, free throw line extended, and hits.
Tough shot.
Yeah. He's done that in traffic all evening.
So again, that's the kind of thing you try and evaluate. Can he get his shot off? Doesn't seem to have a problem.
Williams on the miss. McCardle the rebound.
Another good decision.
Can't get the jumper from the free throw line, and Linkia Prep will take over Arno. Look at head coach John Carroll. Got to be excited with his effort today for his group.
Yeah, I think he's got to be pleased because, as we said, this is a group that's faced some early adversity. They have less continuity than ever before with a lot of new bodies who are. That's an offensive foul.
Call a wraparound. Mop up some sweat on the floor.
Yeah, that one I thought was offensive, admittedly.
Instead, they'll send Dylan Cabs, the Los Angeles native, to the free throw line. And he makes the first. He'll get a second as well. As Clark checks in. And Sam Silverstein will take a seat on the bench. Second one no good, and well, not surprising. Darius Ervin skies to the rebound and pulls it in with both hands. He's done it nicely on both sides of the ball today.
You said it earlier. He just gets things done.
Yeah. Brown trying to go inside, gets it back to Ervin. Three-pointer, nothing but nylon for Avery Brown, the Beacon Falls, Connecticut native.
Yeah, hop in his step. He's excited. He knows he's playing well.
Driving layup for the Hoggers. By the Lions, rather, they cash it and make it 73-46.
Terrific speed that time, making that soft floater while in first gear. Yikes.
Try to feed it to
just a
Cutting
bit
Reese
outside.
Clark. Yeah, a little bit too high, and Linkia Prep will take over on the turnover. There's Williams. Off to Williams, not a Hall. Feeds it to Cabs at the right block, and go to the top of the key to Williams, and ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay Lincoln Prep basketball. It's Trey Hall now trying to back his way in. Flips it for Desi Williams, pulls up a traffic and scores.
It's a nice shot. Quick move, real soft touch. Nicely done.
73-48 with 4 minutes to go. Northfield Mount Hermon.
Starting to empty the bench a little bit. Our first look at Gus Larson.
Loy misses the shot deep. Right side Williams. Drives in and the foul called.
Now they got a jump.
Oh, they got a jump ball.
Yep.
Wow. Well, good job to get back.
Yeah.
And Northfield Mount Hermon will take over. So if they work some clock here as we approach the 3-minute mark. But impressive showing for the team from Northfield, Massachusetts today.
Really has. Certainly their best performance to date this season. Something that they can look to build on here as they are. Now they're going deep into the bench.
Brown loses the handle, goes out of bounds, and Linkia Prep will take over on O. And John Carroll getting in, getting the regulars some rest. As Williams going to try a left wing three. That's going to rim out. Rebound taken down by Gus Larson in the game for the first time. Well, left wing three, nothing but nylon. Roman Rumbaugh from Washington, D.C.
Rumbaugh hasn't played all game. He comes off the bench. He's on a 3-on-1, and instead of running in for the layup, he spots up from behind the three-point line. That ball better go in.
Yeah, 76-48, just over 2 to go. There's Williams from the left side of the baseline. He knocks it home. Rumbaugh with the basketball now.
He traveled.
He did. Avery Brown has it. Right side, Clark. Right wing three is good again. Rumbaugh with his second three.
Hey, why not? When you make the 3-on-1 three, you let it fly again.
79-50. Under 2 minutes to go. There's Williams. They call a foul. And call a block away from the action. Northfield Mount Hermon will get it back. Jesse Williams called for the block. And they inbound to Brumbaugh. Terry Williams went for the steal.
John Carroll saying, this is when I sub you out. When you do all that stuff with the ball, this is when I sub you out.
So the Lions have it. 1:08 to go. Inbounds to Trey Hall. Now to Williams. Williams going to spot it from long range and hit it. Jesse Williams comes off the bench to hit the three.
He's an offensive talent. He can get that quick release. He made a tough pull-up earlier. Created separation with a little rock there.
Avery Brown has it. Northfield Mount Hermon. Off to Lerner. Now Clark tries the three. That will rim out. Rebound Trey Hall. 30 seconds to go. There's Hall in traffic. Off the window and in. Nice looking shot. A tough shot. And he makes it.
Yeah, tough one. Nice to see him have a positive moment here. They will be back in action tomorrow. I assume he'll just stay in Connecticut.
Right. Ball poked away. 14 seconds to go. Inbound to Brown.
I don't know that he needed to take that one.
They nail the three, and that'll just about do it. And a win for Northfield Mount Hermon, 82-55, the final, Adam. So the final score from New Haven in our second to last game of the day, final telecast today. Mount Hermon, Northfield Mount Hermon 82, and Lincoln Year Prep 55. And fun day of basketball, Adam Finkelstein.
It was. They got another triple header coming up on Sunday. We have 8 more games tomorrow here on Saturday at Albertus Magnus, and then a last triple header. 3 of the 6 games on Sunday will be back on your view, so we'll look forward to that.
All right, a lot of fun, Adam. Appreciate the time as always. For Adam Finkelstein, Jeff Dooley, you've been watching the 2019 National Prep Showcase from Albertus Magnus College in New Haven. Have a great night, everybody.